2:30 now. Okay. Good afternoon and welcome you all on the post-lunch session of ATAL Academy sponsored online FDP program on emotional intelligence organized by MMCOP. The resource person for the third session is Honorable Dr. Manohar Ingale. With more than 28 years of professional experience, Sir is currently working with as a visiting faculty in business schools and a resource person for FDP and management development programs. In the 20 years of academic experience where Sir worked in the position of Head of MBA Programs and Research, Bharati Vidyapit, IIM ED Pune, Dean Academic Affairs at MIT School of Management and Associate Professor at Gedu College of Business Studies, Bhutan. His area of specialization consists of marketing, research methodology, general management, and personality development. Sir is a member of Research and Innovation Committee, Royal University of Bhutan, Board of Study in Business Administration, and Faculty of Management, Bharati Vidyapit, Dean University, Pune. 3 PhD scholars and 26 research papers are on his credential with 2 research projects funded by Royal University of Bhutan under its annual University Research Grant Scheme. Sir is actively participated in national and international FDP for self-management, research methodology, and MDP for professionals. He is also authored a column, Selling Techniques in Marathi magazine. With this brief introduction, I will request Sir to kindly start his session.
Good afternoon, everybody. I would request. Good afternoon. I would request everybody to put their mics off, because otherwise what happens, their voice is not good. Whenever they want to participate, they can raise their hand and so that if I would like to thank Thomas C. That's how I like Kavita Madam and also Professor Ganesh Maske for all the cooperation so far they have given to me. Now, negative emotions today. No, both we do not want to have. Can you hello? Now we can.
Sir,
yeah.
1 minute.
I'm showing you.
But you didn't started your presentation.
No, I will repeat afterwards. I'm first showing you a photo.
Okay, fine, sir. Okay, sir.
All the phases. इंटरनेट पर आहे इथे.
Hello? Hello? Hello, am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You
Am
are
I
audible.
audible? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, okay, fine. Now, I would like to share a photograph. Okay. Okay. I will like to. Hello?
Yes, sir. You are audible. Yes.
Can you see my PPT on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So let us start with this. As I was saying, that generally we get negative emotions when things are going wrong. But I would like you to remember the case of Mr. Sushant Singh, who committed suicide. He had fame, he had name, he had money, he had everything, but still he committed suicide and ended his life. I would also like to recall you the owner of Cafe Coffee Day, a person who started with a small coffee shop and had a worldwide chain of coffee shops. And he also committed suicide. So it's not necessarily that if we don't have fame, if we don't have money, if we don't have something, what we desire, then we have negative emotions. But even money and fame may not stop from getting negative emotions. So what we have to actually manage is the negative emotions, and that is what the session is all about today. What's the objective of any activity we do? Happiness. All of you will agree. You may say something or the other, but then ultimately the purpose of all our activities is to get happiness. And how do we get happiness? When we are satisfied. The satisfaction comes from fulfillment of our aspirations. These aspirations may differ, fine. Somebody may aspire to become a singer, somebody may aspire to become a moneyed man, somebody may aspire to be a sports person. That's fine. But when our aspirations are fulfilled, we get satisfaction, and this satisfaction leads to happiness. But in order to fulfill our aspirations, what do we need? I call it 4H, that is healthy hands, head, and heart. Okay. This will lead to fulfillment of aspirations. In turn, fulfillment of aspirations will lead to satisfaction, and then further it will lead to the ultimate objective of any activity, that is happiness. Now, how the health of hand comes? If we are having good health, then only we can pursue our aspirations. Remember, it is said that Sharira Madhyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. That means if we don't have a good body, an efficient body, whatever are our aspirations and whatever are our skills, we still may not be able to fulfill them because our body will not help us. And that's why health of hands, that is food, good food habits, good exercise, and rest. I think in some of the other sessions, the speakers might have already talked about this. The second is health of head, a sound head. How it comes? Read. Read does not mean necessarily reading only books. Observation around what is happening around you. That you should read. Read people, read situations, and then remember them and reproduce them at an appropriate time. That will give you health of your head. Then we talk about the health of heart. Here I mean by the mind. Now, if we don't want to have a stressed mind, then one is of course at workplace. If you use 5S techniques, Japanese 5S technique, then you will be able to reduce your stress at work. We are not going to talk about 5S in this session. The next is we have to manage our negative emotions. So again, what are negative emotions? As I said, we can take example of we are angry, we have sorrow, we are dejected, we are depressed. All these emotions which we do not want to have frequently and we do not enjoy having them, they are called negative emotions. Okay? Now, if somebody enjoys becoming depressed, let him be depressed for him, that is not a negative emotions. But by and large, these are the negative emotions which we do not want to have frequently and which leave a bad taste in our mouth. We are not very comfortable after having these emotions. Now let us see how these emotions are created basically. If I say that event by itself does not create emotions, what I mean is that it is the interpretation of emotions that will create the emotions. I'll give you an example. Suppose you and your colleague are going to place of work or college or wherever you go. You come from two different places and in one particular square you meet, and from there onward you go to the place of work. Both of you are using your two-wheelers and regularly in that particular square you are coming together. Maybe if somebody reaches early, he waits, and then together you go to the place of work. Now it so happens that one day one of your colleagues, that is your colleague, he comes in a car. Simple thing. He comes in a car. Then he is there in the square. You come from the other direction on your bike and you wave your hand to him. The event is that he does not respond. He does not wave you back. Now, what is your thinking? Arey, aaj to car leke aaya hai. That's why he is not waving. Now I am on two-wheeler and he is in the car. Now you meet together, you go to the college or place of work. He parks his car, you park your vehicle, two-wheeler, and then he tells you that, my father asked me to, he was not going in his car, he was going in the carpool. So he gave me the car and I came in the car today. Now you have back up your mind, you have that. He did not wave to you because he is in the car. So now you don't respond. You say, acha, acha. Your response is very cold. Now, what is his thought process? He thinks that because I am having a car, you are jealous. See how the things happen. And then this is how it goes on. So it's not the event by itself which causes the emotions. It is the interpretation of this, that interpretation of these events that causes emotions. Okay. So naturally, if we have a right interpretation in our mind, our thought process is right, our emotions will also be right. Okay. Now, whenever such things happen, whenever you have some negative emotions in your mind, jealousy, remember, anger are all negative emotions. You know, in our seniors, my mother and maybe many of yours parents also may be telling you that when you are angry, count 100. Why do they tell you to say count 100? It's no magic in those 100 figures. Okay, 1 or 2 or 3, that doesn't do any magic. What it does is that it gives you time to rethink about what you are thinking. Now, I suggest that whenever such thing happens, we can have 4 questions to be asked to ourselves. The first, is it true? So, some emotion comes to my mind. I think that he is not waving to me, that my colleague is not waving to me because now he has car and I am having a motorbike. So just ask, is it true? Has he behaved like this earlier? Why should I think that he is thinking that he is now superior? Second question you ask, does it happen frequently? Have you observed that he is jealous of you or he thinks himself to be something special? And how many times this has happened? Third is, am I responsible for this? Because now, the real reason why he has not waved back to you could be that he was looking at the signal, because you know that once the green signal is on, and if you don't move, all the people around you start pa, 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 and that's why, to avoid that, he might be looking at the signal. And that's why he has not seen you waving. And now, when you have not responded, when he was telling enthusiastically that his father has given him a car for going to the place of work, you have given a cold response. And that could be one of the things that you are responsible for the emotions which are created. But the best question you can ask yourself is, can it be talked over? It's the best way. Say, for example, if I find that he has not waved back, once he tells me about his car or when we meet, can I not ask, hey, I waved you in the square, why did you not wave back? And then he will tell, "Arey nahi, mera to dhyan to signal ki taraf tha. I was looking at the signal and I didn't notice, or I wanted to wave, but since the signal was about to start, I didn't wave back to you." The matter will be sorted out and no negative emotions could be created. But remember, we all are fallible human beings. We are not saints. Negative emotions are going to be there. Right? And if these negative emotions are going to be there, then how do we manage them? So for that, we may have to consider 3 dimensions of our negative emotions. The first dimension is intensity. Whatever emotion comes to my mind, how intensely it comes to. Say anger. You know, हम लोग बोलते हैं कि my boss, you don't know my boss. Once he is angry, he will throw a paperweight on me. Whatever is in his hand, He will throw it. He will throw the papers away. Or you may say, अरे वो that particular person when he gets angry, वो अपना थाली फेंक देता है, हाथ में खाने का थाली फेंक देता है. So this is an intensity. How intensely you get negative feelings. Then secondly, the frequency. How often you get negative feelings. We have some friends about whom we say, अरे वो वैसे तो बहुत अच्छा होता है, लेकिन उसका मूड कब जाएगा कुछ पता नहीं. Why we say so? That means he gets negative emotions more frequently. The third is duration. That once you get the negative emotions, how long these emotions remain with you. How long you remain angry. How long you remain in sorrow. When I was in college, we had one friend. And then, of course, I'm telling you the story of 1962, 63, 64. That time we as a group, we went to see the movie Devdas. The old Devdas, Dilip Kumar and Vaijayanti Mala and Suchitra Sen. And you all know, like the new Devdas of Shah Rukh Khan. Finally, in last scene, Devdas dies in front of the house of Paru. Okay. Now, that scene was very nicely done by both Suchitra Sen as well as by Dilip Kumar. And then it was quite effective. So all of us felt very bad. This was on Saturday afternoon. So we had gone on Saturday afternoon. Monday morning when we came to college, this particular friend of ours was still in a very bad mood, very sorrow mood. So we asked him, why are you in such a sorrow mood? He said, अरे क्या करें, वो देवदास मरा नहीं क्या उस दिन. अब if that movie he has seen on Saturday afternoon, and if he carries that sorrow or his feeling till Monday morning, that is duration. We do find people who carry their negative emotions for quite a long time. Okay. Now what do we do with these? Once I know that these are the dimensions, what do I do? The first thing I do is awareness. So let me find out what is the dimension which is very strong in me when I get negative feeling. When I get angry, is it the intensity? Do I do things which I should not do? Do I throw the papers away? Do I throw the plate away? Do I tear the papers? What do I do? And if that is a strong one, I am at least aware that this particular dimension of negative feelings is very strong in me. Then next is the frequency. Do I get negative emotions frequently? They may go away very soon. They may also not be very strong, very intense, but the frequency is very high. Or is it the duration that once I get negative emotion, I am in that emotion for a long time, days and on. So that once you know, that will be giving you awareness. Now once I get awareness, I have to find out that what actions can I take in order to reduce the intensity, reduce the frequency, and reduce the duration, whatever is the dimension you are having when you get negative feelings. That action plan you have to do. So identify what dimension of negative feeling is strong in you, and then make an action plan as to how I am going to reduce this. And of course, the assessment, that is, from time to time, you find out whether you have been able to reduce the dimension which you were trying to reduce. This is the process by which you can do this, but remember, it is you who can do only this. Nobody else can help you in doing this. Maybe you can ask others and find out identification of your dimension. Yes, You can ask your friends, "Sir, am I too frequently using my moods?" And your good friends, real friends, will tell you which dimension you are very strong or very intense about it. So this is basically how we can control negative emotions. Now, right interpretation will lead to right emotions. I am going to show you a clip on Stephen Covey's 90-10 principle. This principle says that 10% what happens to you is not in your hand. 90% what happens afterwards is your creation, your interpretation, your action on that 10% what happens to you. So let us see. We will just have just a minute. I will show this movie to you. How do I share this? I don't know. Okay. Are you able to see the movie?
No, sir.
You're seeing this on your screen?
No. Now.
No?
No,
Okay,
sir,
I will just.
no, sir. It was just started.
Okay, it will come now.
No, not now, but something.
Is it coming on your screen now?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Okay, I will try it again. Okay, right. Just a minute. How do I come here? I don't know why I. Okay. When I'm getting shares, I'm not. I don't know why I'm not getting able to. Hello?
Sir, go to share option.
I'm going to share option, but then that I have minimized that particular movie, but it is not coming here. As in my share, PPT is coming in the share, but the movie is not coming. Okay, what I will do is I will once again do it, closing this, and again I will get it. Yeah, 1 minute. I will try to do this. No, I don't know. I am not getting it. Well, just a minute.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
You go to that option and then one window will come. You browse your video from that video where you store
Pardon?
it.
Yeah, I have now said open share. Okay. Now in share there is a movie and TV.
Yes.
Okay. So when I click there, it's not coming. I have already minimized this and kept it down here. But then I don't know why it is not coming. Like my PPT is saying in Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. But
Yes, yes.
movies is, I don't know. Anyway, not coming here. Just a minute. Let me check whether it is. No, meeting recording is in progress, but then it is not showing. I don't know.
Yes, sir. It is visible. Video is visible.
Okay, right, fine. You are saying it, na?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, am I audible? Am I audible?
You're audible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here, in this case, the 10% was spilling of coffee when he was going to office and making some presentation. And the 90% was his reaction. We have seen two different reactions. And then we find that the 90% reaction in one case created a bad taste in mouth, and in other case, we find that he has acted more sanely, and that's why the results were not, and that did not create any negative emotions. Okay. Now, stress or stresses are unavoidable in our life. Stress which negatively affect, yes? Somebody wants to say something? Stresses which negatively affect us should be either removed or reduced. And this can be done by removing or reducing causes of stress. Now, what are the different causes of stress? We'll go by what Joe and Harry had identified, that hiding from others as one of the cause of stress. Joe and Harry had given a model showing 4 different situations in human interaction. Many of you already may be knowing or even may be teaching this particular model. This model popularly is known as Joe-Harry window. Okay. Now, what is this model? This was developed in 1950 by Joseph Luft and Harry Ingale. Joe and Harry. Okay. Now it says that first situation in any interaction is I know you know. What I know you also know. There is no stress. Now I am talking to you, though I am talking online. Well, I am a body person, and you also know I am a body person. No stress for me, no for you. But suppose I were using a wig, then I have to always hide from you that I am body. So I have to take care of my wig in a in a work situation, for example, it may happen that you are resting and for some time, because wearing wig, those who wear the wigs tell me that wearing wigs continually is a quite cumbersome thing. So sometimes they remove it and keep it on a table. And then when they are keeping it on table, somebody comes and then all the stress, you can imagine that putting it back so that the other person doesn't know your body. So anything which you know, if other is also knowing, no tension, no stress. The next situation is, I know, you don't know. Okay. This is the situation I talked about. I talked about this. Which situation is actually, I know, you don't. Yes?
Hello, sir. Sorry to disturb. But
yeah,
your
please.
presentation, we can't see your presentation.
You are not able to see my presentation?
No.
Okay. I will show it to you. No problem. Are you able to see now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It is starting, sir.
Yeah, it will be seen.
Yeah, now it is there.
Yeah. Are you saying it now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it is there. Yeah.
So I know you know, no problem. So I tell you, I am a baldy person, you know it. But the second situation comes that I know I am a baldy, but you are not knowing. And then, as I explained to you just now, that I will have all the stress when I have to hide it from you. The third situation comes that I don't know, but you know. I'll tell you a very common example, very interesting example. You know, in any family, when we have a family get together, at least somebody or a male or a female, particularly most of the time female, somebody who thinks that she is a very good singer. And others know that she is not. And just to make fun of her, most of the time, हम उसको कहते हैं नहीं आप इतने अच्छे गाते हैं जरा गाइए ना. And then when she starts singing, we make fun. Now she thinks that she is a good singer, but you know that she is not. So she doesn't know. Now what happens when she knows it? So far she doesn't know. Everybody tells her that she is a good singer, but sometimes she comes to know that what people are talking about her behind her back. And then there is a depression, there is a dejection. So the third situation is, I don't know and you know. The fourth is a very tricky situation and which really not a cause for stress, but yes, it may cause, that is, I don't know, you don't know. Again, I will give you an example from my college days. We had a group of about 5 persons, 5 students. We were doing everything together. And one friend of ours was very, very submissive. Whatever the group decides, without any resistance, he will follow. If we say, chalo, bunk karte hain and we will go for a movie, he said, हाँ. If we say, nahi, aaj Professor Dawle ka lecture hai, so we will not bunk. Let us go and attend the lecture. He will say, हाँ, chalo, attend kar lete hain. Now, he was so submissive that we have taken him for granted actually. Now, one day what happened that 2 students from some other college, they came to our college and they were teasing a couple of girls in our college. So it was quite irritating. We all thought that we should stop these students from doing this. But we didn't have the courage. But this submissive student, he went to those students who had come from other college and he slapped them. Said, what are you doing here? What is your business here? Please get out. And then he drove those students out. We were really surprised because we never expected this from him. So we went and said, "Arey, we never thought that you will behave like this." His reply was very interesting. He said, "I also didn't think that I would be behaving like this." That is in some situation, I don't know, you don't know. What we can use this for is that we can imagine different situations and find out how we are likely to react or likely to act in such situation. Now, if, as Joe and Harry said, that the cause comes mainly from I know, you know, you don't know, and I don't know, you know. So what we have to do is that in order to have less stress, what we can have is, this is a desired Johari window where we try to increase I know, you know space as much as possible. I agree that it may not be possible for all of us to have 100% I know, you know. There will be some cases where we would not be able to share something with others. There may be still something, even though we ask others for feedback, still it is quite possible that we may not be knowing what people are thinking about you. And of course, I don't know, you don't know, situations will come. But if we want to be stressless and happy, then we can use this model and try to expose ourselves as much as possible. Tell whatever is truth to others, because truth does not require to remember things. When we are telling lies to somebody, we have to remember what lie we have told and we have to continue to stick to that lie. Whereas, if we tell the truth, truth doesn't change, and that's why we may not have to have any stress. So, I know, you know. Now, if you want to minimize stress, maximize the area of I know, you know, as I told you. Okay. Now, the third aspect why we have negative emotions is that we may have certain belief systems. There are 3 belief systems which are identified which may be responsible for the stress and the negative emotions creation. The first is, I must always be successful. Mark the word always. Yes, we must be successful. There is no doubt about it. We have to be successful. And everybody's definition of his success or her success is different. But we must be successful, agreed. The word always, that is a problem. Because what then happens, that for that always we start compromising. And we see that even what is not a success, we try to show as a success. I had attended one training program on salesmanship. And the resource person has given one exercise to us, one game, as we call management game. We were a team of 2 persons. And we were given wooden blocks of 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch. We were allowed to handle these blocks before the game started. The game was like this, that one of the participants, he has to keep these blocks one above the other, and prepare a tower. The condition was that he has to do it with his wrong hand. That is, if he is righty, he has to do it with left. He's a southpaw, then he has to do it with right hand. Okay. And he will be blindfolded. His eyes will be blindfolded. And the other partner can only give instructions as to remove to right, remove to left, and so on and so forth. But the other partner will not touch the blocks. Now, after this game was explained to us, we were asked to write down beforehand as to what will be the tower number. That is, how many blocks we will be able to keep one above the other and build the tower before the tower falls. Okay, fine. And they also told us, the resource persons also told us that whenever they have conducted such experiment or such game, in the group with similar dexterity of hands in the participants, it was between 9 to 10 or 9 to 11 blocks that the participants were able to keep. After that, the towers used to fall down. Now, with all this information, everybody wrote, all the groups, everybody means all the groups, they wrote the numbers. One of the group, they wrote the number you may not imagine. They wrote the number that they will be able to prepare a tower or make a tower without it falls was 1. 1. Now, what makes them write 1? When the resource person has told that about 9 to 10 was a common observation they had made. It was, I must always be successful. 0% of failure. When that always comes. Now imagine if you are a salesperson and if you are told that your last year target was say 3 crores or 5 crores or 10 crores, and what will be your next year's target, and if you say it will be 1 crore, you may definitely achieve that 1 crore, but will it be helping you in achieving a better performance? And then this will lead to, again, when your performance is not appreciated or when you are scolded for this particular belief system, you will get negative emotions. So this, you have to find out whether you have this belief system. Yes, your belief system of I must be successful is fine. But if you have a belief system that I must always be successful, please check and try to reduce that always from your belief system. The next belief system is things must happen to me always easily. You will observe people that I have seen such people that if you are at a bus stop in a queue, you are alone and then one more person comes and stands by you. Within no time, he would start saying, buses to time le aate hi nahi hai. He doesn't know the time, he had just come, but he will start saying. Now, if the buses, same number of buses are going from the other side, he will say, देखो उस side से कितने buses जा रहे हैं, इस side में एक भी नहीं है. Then the bus comes and there is a rush. You can't get a seat. Then he will start saying, buses में तो बहुत भीड़ रहती है, always. I never get place to sit. चलो ठीक है, फिर भी उसको बैठने को जगह मिल गई. So he will say, अरे जगह तो मिल गई, but I'm getting it not facing the driver. I'm getting it, my back is towards the driver. So whatever you do, whatever happens to you, he will always complain because his belief system or her belief system is that things must happen to me always easily. It doesn't happen in reality. There will be problems. There will be difficulties. But if you have developed this particular system that things must happen to me always easily, desiring easily they should happen, yes, everybody will enjoy if the things happen easily. But again, they must happen to me always easily. This will not happen to you and then you will get negative emotions and stress. The third system is I must always be appreciated whatever I do. You will find people of this belief system also. That a small thing if they do, they will like you to say, अरे कितना बड़ा काम किया है ये, दूसरा कोई नहीं कर पाता. You tell your colleague to book your ticket. These days we are booking tickets on online, but suppose you tell him to go to railway station and book it. The reservation centers. He will go book and bring your ticket. You will say thank you very much. Then he will start saying, अरे क्या बताऊं आपको? वो मैं गया तो actually the office is shifted from that earlier place which I was knowing. तो वहां से मैं वहां गया, बड़ा queue था and this and that and that. then they will continue with this till you say, अरे नहीं नहीं बहुत तुम गया इसलिए हुआ नहीं तो मुझसे तो नहीं होता. हाँ. Now I have been always appreciated. Now people don't have so much of time to appreciate you. Remember, the real fact, the ground fact is that people don't have so much of time, and they may not even notice. Many will not think that there is something extraordinary you have done. So if you have this particular belief system, again there is a possibility that you may get negative feelings because your expectations will not be fulfilled. So I think that these three belief systems you should check whether you think that you must always be successful, whether you believe that things must happen to you always easily, and whether you also expect that people must appreciate you for whatever small things you do. So friends, let us manage our emotions and let us not give stress to others and get stressed ourselves. Okay? And what is the easiest way to do it? Smile. Smile is the wonderful thing. Smile at yourself. Smile at situations. Of course, don't smile at others. Let's view a short documentary on smile. Now, before that, I would like to ask participants if they have any questions. Kavita ma'am, you can monitor this question session because the movie of the short film is about 15 minutes, so we have about 15 minutes for question answer.
Yeah. Delegates, the session is open for question answer. If anybody want to ask, you can ask.
Sir, I would like to have a question asked.
Please.
Yeah, sir, as per your statement that a person should not be expecting appreciation. I am Shivani.
Tell me your name, please. Right. Shivani, please stop. Yeah, please ask your question.
Yeah, so expecting appreciation is incorrect. Is it so like that?
No. You carefully read that particular value system, which says that I must be always appreciated for whatever I do. See, everybody wants appreciation. I too want appreciation. I would also be happy if somebody says that, sir, your session was good. I don't know how many will say that, but then if somebody says that your session was very good, yes, I will like it. But if just I have prepared one small thing, I have prepared this question answer slide I have prepared, and if you want, I want that Kavita ma'am should tell me, sir, वो आपने वो क्वेश्चन आंसर का जो बनाया था ना स्लाइड, it was very excellent slide. अरे, what is there? How can I expect this? And if I have this particular in my mind and she doesn't appreciate this, then I will say, madam, आपने वो देखा क्या मैंने क्वेश्चन का जो स्लाइड बनाया था कैसा था? Now she will not even remember this. So what will happen then? I will then get negative feelings. I will get dejected. Instead of that, I just, if I do something, do. Okay? If people want to appreciate, they will appreciate. If they don't, doesn't matter. And then many times, really what we do is not appreciable. That is just in the routine work we do it.
Yes.
And then if we expect people to appreciate it, people don't have time and people don't even notice it. Okay? I had I have a school teacher. And that time, when we were in school, that was 11th standard was called matriculate or SSC, Secondary School Certificate Examination. And that time, the one who stands first in SSC, he was felicitated, and that was his photo will come in the newspaper, and he will be felicitated by school and all this. Now my teacher used to tell me that, see Ingale, and to all students he used to say, that how long that student who has stood first can expect that he will be appreciated. It will be only till the next year's result is declared. But me, till the next year that somebody new person has come, then who will ask you? Now if this person expects that till he completes his college years, until he gets married, everybody should say, "Arey, wahan tum pehle aaye the na, kitna acha tha, you are very intelligent person, you should." No way. You got my point? Have I answered you? Have I answered your question, Shivani? Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Any another person?
Kavita ma'am, I am very apprehensive about this particular question answer session, because if nobody asks questions, I have two options to interpret. One is that everybody has understood very well what I have said. The other is nobody was attentive. Of course, I prefer to have the first assumption because your thought process may create negative things in you, no? So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
if anybody is interested in asking any questions. Okay. Otherwise, we will go back to the movie. Video. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Huh.
Okay, I have to. 1 minute, madam. Now, just before we start the movie, if any one of you would like to have any interaction with me in future, these are my personal details. If anybody wants to have online sessions in their colleges, they can contact me. My area of interest, area where I have been giving sessions, that is as a resource person was, is basically personality development.
Hello.
And, hello, yeah. Yeah. And then, of course, I also conduct sessions on research methodology. That is a topic which is very close to my heart. So these are details available with you. If you want to discuss anything, you can always call me on this number or send me a message. Right? Okay. So before we start with the... Yeah?
Yeah, I am Dr. Archana Ainapure from Symbiosis Skills and Professional University.
Okay, fine.
We would be contacting you for the same, as you have said, for personality development and also for the research methodology.
Right, fine. Very good. Very good. You can give your reference and you can talk to me. Right?
Yes, sir. Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
So I thank all the participants. At least I know that 2 participants have definitely been listening to my lecture because they have asked me questions. And I would now be showing, before that, let me thank you all. So thank you very much, friends. And now we will see the movie. Okay? You're able to see?
No, sir.
You're not able to see?
No.
Sir.
Okay. Again, there is some problem. I will show it to you. saying it? Are you saying it?
No, sir.
No. 1 minute later. अभी दिख रहा है क्या?
नहीं सर.
हाँ?
नहीं सर,
No?
अभी भी नहीं दिख रहा.
अरे कुछ 1 मिनट है, मैं कुछ वही लास्ट टाइम जैसा कुछ प्रॉब्लम है. एनीवे आई विल ट्राई टू डू इट. I don't know. अभी दिख रहा है क्या?
नहीं सर, अभी भी नहीं दिख रहा.
Okay. Then what I will do is, it has already been given to Kavita ma'am.
Okay.
So she will share with you. नहीं दिख रहा है ना?
नहीं.
It is very good.
No, sir.
I don't know why it's not being seen.
It's okay, sir. Maybe you can share that with all.
Yeah, I have already given it.
the video.
Yeah,
Sir,
madam will share with you. Now,
I will share it on group.
now before we part, yeah, before we part, I would like you all at your place for your own self that just recall any recent incident where you had negative emotions. You were angry, you were depressed, you were dejected, you were in sorrow, whatever negative emotions you were having, jealousy, whatever emotions, negative emotions you were having, just recall that incident. And then, with these inputs which I have given you today, try to imagine how you would have reacted or how you have behaved in the same situation if you were having these inputs with you. Because that is how we have to practically use it. Otherwise, the madam will have satisfaction of having one session done. I will have satisfaction of being one resource person for one session, and that will end there. The real purpose of these sessions is that your negative emotions should reduce and you should lead your life towards happiness. And that's why I am requesting all of you to recall such incidents for yourself. Don't share it with anybody else. You can do it for yourself. And then you may know that yes, things can improve and you can have less negative emotions. Okay, right. Thank you.
Sir,
Yeah.
hello, sir.
Yeah.
Can we take one question?
Yes, please. Why
in the
not?
chat box,
Yeah.
Rujuman asked regarding, sir, how to handle the emotion when someone is shouting at you?
Yes. What do you do when somebody is shouting at you? Anybody else can, because it is in chat box. Or who has asked this question?
I have asked this question, sir.
Aruna?
No.
No, I'm Ruchu this side. Ruchu Kothia.
Acha, Ruchu.
I have asked
Yes.
this question.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So what do you do when somebody is shouting at you?
I'm just sometimes zapped. I'm just looking at a person and the expression.
Yeah. Now, when somebody shouts
that,
at you,
why they are actually shouting? Because I personally feel anything could be.
yeah. Now, what happens that when somebody shouts at you, there are two possibilities. One is there is a reason for shouting at you. Whether he should shout or not, we will discuss afterwards. But when somebody shouts at you, or one reason is that yes, there is a reason. The other is that there is no reason. You have no fault. It's not your fault. And still somebody shouts at you. Okay. Ruchu, what's your status? Are you a family lady? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
You are a family lady? Hello?
Yeah.
Do you have children?
Yes,
Do you
sir.
shout at them?
Yes, sir.
Do you shout at them?
Am I audible to you?
Yeah. Do you shout at them? No. So when you shout
Yes,
at
sir.
sometimes there is a reason for shouting, and sometimes it is a displaced anger. What we call it displaced anger. Something has happened somewhere, and then you take that anger out on the children. So same thing can happen with you.
Oh no, sir. Don't shout.
So now, if somebody is shouting at you for the mistake or for the error or for a reason, then he should not actually shout, because if he also controls his negative emotions, he will explain it to you in a very calm and quiet way, and there is always a possibility that you may understand it better than when he shouts at you, right? If he is shouting at you for no reason, then as you have now these inputs for you, you should realize that there must be some other reason where he has got anger somewhere and he is displacing that anger on me. Keeping quiet for some time is always a better way when somebody starts shouting at you. Because if you start re-shouting or answering, his anger may get aggravated. In Sanskrit you say, Atrune patito vanni swayameva upashamyati. If a cedar, it falls on a stone, it will not catch fire. It goes on the grass, it will catch fire. So if you keep quiet, there is every possibility that even if it is for right cause, the person may realize that he should not shout at you. He may tell it in a better way. Definitely he will realize if you keep quiet, and if he is shouting at you for some other reason, he will definitely tell you not at that time. Afterwards, he will come and say, "Arey, meri bahut galti ho gayi. I talked to you that day in anger, but that was not a reason. Unfortunately, you were the sufferer." If you start reacting in anger, this will never end up. And both of you will get negative feelings. So at least you can decide that whether you should have negative feelings or not. And if you have, you will feel bad. I will also feel bad. But then, as I said, that intensity, duration, and frequency, that you realize. Okay? And if you think that giving him back, he will be keeping quiet and you will be happy, do it. Then that doesn't become negative feeling for you, no. Somebody shouts at you, and if you shout in a louder voice and that person keeps quiet and it makes you happy, ultimate purpose is to be happy. So there is no problem with that. But generally, if you keep quiet when somebody is shouting, the intensity, duration, everything goes down. That is what I feel.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Right.
Any question? Sir, I have one question.
Please ask. Don't ask so that I can't answer.
Sir, a situation like if you are working with somebody and you are doing your work very sincerely and you are conveying your message to the person who is working with you with that sincerity and that seriousness, but the other person is not taking the things that much seriously as you want. So at that time we become irritated. So at that situation, how we behave or how to control our emotion, that was my question.
This is a very common situation. In work situation, we have to work in group. It is very rarely that we work alone. Okay?
Yeah.
So, a group is supposed to accomplish the work. And you are possibly more motivated than others. And that's why you are doing the work most sincerely. And there will be always the opposites who do not want to do the work. They want others to do the work and take the credit. So these types of people will be everywhere. Okay. Now, one way is to tell the person and motivate that person that if it is not possible, if he has decided not to get motivated or his motivation itself is not working, then in that case, we will not be able to make him work as per your expectations. Okay. So, as a group, if you want to take, or suppose as a team, you are a team of 2 and you want to accomplish that particular work. Okay. You are getting irritated for the reason, maybe, I'm not saying is the reason, but maybe you are getting irritated because you are not able to keep up your commitment to the seniors. Because that work has been given to you by somebody,
Yes.
and it is to be completed. You have given a commitment and you are not able to keep up your commitment, and that irritates you rather than that person not working. What is the cause of irritation? It's not that person is not working. Because that person is not working, you will be facing music from your superior or those who have given work. Right?
Yes,
Now, in
sir.
such situation, it is better that you go to your superior or who has given the work to the team, and you can frankly tell him that, sir, this is what is the situation. I have tried to motivate him. I have tried to explain that person, but somehow I think that he is not interested in the work. So just guide me. What should I do? Now the ball is in his court, since he has to guide you. He may give you another person to help. He may call that person and say that, please help her. Okay. So in that case, that stress is gone. That what your boss will say. Your stress is because you are always worried. Saab kya kahenge? Boss, what he will say? What my superior will say if I don't keep up the duty? He may even say, "Theek hai, I know that person," because they are also smart enough. In fact, because you are more sincere, they have given that person to you. Many times they are very smart people. Seniors are very smart people. That is why they are seniors. So they know that this person cannot be accommodated with a person who is not motivated. So put him with another person who is motivated. He will do the work. The motivated person will do the work. And maybe this person also will get slightly motivated seeing you working. So he knows that you are going to come up with this. So he may say, okay, now I know this person. Try to motivate. I will also try to tell him to help you. But then, okay, I will give you some more time for completion this. Other part is so individualistic that you like to be sincere. It is your nature to be sincere, not because somebody is going to scold you, you are answerable, but because you like to be sincere. So even when you do your daily khana banate, that also you will make sincere in that case, if that is your nature. In that case, why you are sincere? Because you enjoy being sincere. Don't worry whether that person is sincere or not. If you are doing your job sincerely, that is good enough for yourself. If you are worried about what the other person will say, I told you, you go and talk it up. As I said, the fourth step, can it be talked over? The fourth step I have given, no? Can it be talked over? For anything where you have this feeling, we should go and talk. Okay? So that is what I suggest. We have gone through. I know. I had been the dean. And I know how many types of people I had to handle as a dean. In academics particularly. Simple thing that if I give examination duties, there will be problem. Why you have given one extra duty to me and not to her? Ladies will come to me, the gents will come to me. Why I should come in the first lecture? Why not somebody else? This all will happen. It is human nature. Right. I hope I have answered your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Any other, sir, 1 minute. Any other question? Then we will conclude our session. Aruna, you may proceed.
Yes, ma'am. We are very grateful to have Dr. Manohar Ingale sir as a guest speaker. He delivered an excellent lecture and focused on many important points like health of heart and mind, how to manage our negative emotions, dimension of negative emotions, and sir, you gave very good explanation to the participants' query and questions. The session was very informative. I take this opportunity to thank you, sir, on the behalf of MMCOP management, principal sir, and faculty. Thank you all.
My pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And see you all again. Hope to see you all again.
So one request, just participants and sir, start your video so that we can take a screenshot.
Okay. My video you want to start? It is on only.
No, we are not able to see you.
Why? I don't know. 1 minute. Huh? Yeah, it's on.
No, sir, we can
I'm
see
seeing
you. We can see you.
You can see me. Yeah.
I think
my
I
video
have some problem.
I can also see you all, and my video also I can see on the screen.
I think I am having connectivity problem.
Because I am able to see myself as well as all the participants. They purposely have most of the ladies, or I don't know how. The number of ladies is much more than the number of gents participants. Is it, or just my screen is showing that? I don't know.
No.
What is the total number? 90. Oh, good number. Very nice number.
Sir, it was 110. Now at the beginning it was 110.
Yeah, but as the lecture proceeded, it went down to 90.
Just
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You have taken the screenshot?
Yeah.
Taken the screenshot? Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you,
and hope to see you once sometime again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes.
thank you, sir.
And good day and all the best to you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So today's 3 sessions are over. So we will meet tomorrow sharp at 10:30. Thank you.